welcome Thanks for joining us, guys. You are the most experienced pair of drivers on the grid. You now have the most esteemed designer in Formula One and Adrian Newey working on the cars. And I think maybe a lot of fans out there expected instant results, and I guess we're learning that it doesn't come quite that quickly. Mark, where do you stand with the car right now?
Well, there's no question we've made progress from when we first tested the car. To put everything together in this business is definitely not a 5-minute job, and as you say, having someone of Adrian's calibre is reassuring for the rest of the guys that he works with, because he's worked with some very, very successful cars, no question about it, in his time in Formula One. But when you take on BMW, Williams and McLaren and Ferrari, these guys have been around for a long time, so I think we're still putting the team together in terms of executing week in, week out, going racing, the factory being there for the team when we are out here, doing 2 races over in America, and all the little things you learn as a racing team, basically, we need to get better at. So that'll help us as we do Grand Prix.
David, we see flashes of speed that Mark has been talking about. We see these glimpses of speed in the car. It's definitely there, but it seems to be an incredibly small sweet spot. That's probably a very easy thing to say from the outside looking in, but it seems so difficult for you both of you, to keep that level of performance without compromising the reliability.
Well, I think that, as Mark mentioned, you've got teams, obviously McLaren, Ferrari, all these guys that are at the front who've had years of stability, the same engine manufacturer, the same facilities, the same people. And if you look within Red Bull, the 3 years that I've been there, with the 3 different engines, we've had a lot of different staff. And with Adrian joining the team a year and a half ago, then the design philosophy has changed significantly, and clearly the performance has improved off the back of that. But for everyone to learn the new operating systems on the computers every year, to learn how to work with Renault as opposed to Ferrari, that's not stuff that happens overnight. Just because they're clever blokes, they can't just plug in a program of success. Formula One is a prototype business, and all of those operating systems need to be adapted to the Red Bull systems that are there, and everyone has to learn how to use them. So I think that this is absolutely normal, the process we're going through right now. The important thing is the car is significantly quicker than previous cars. We're in front of Honda, in front of Toyota, who've been around for several years. We've been in front of Renault, the double world champions, in a couple of races. That's a lot to be happy with in this relatively young team. And everything that we do right now, I'm thinking about next year. Of course we want a result. It would be nice to have had one of us on the podium in Canada in that race of attrition. But does that one result make everything right? It doesn't make Williams a better team than us.